I came on the street when I was 14 years old. After my mother died, I wanted to be homeless, you know? And I've called pure help, been on the street 40 years, not know where to lay down, man, you know? And, you know, you hurt on the street, man, you know, a lot of things go on the street, man. Everything I used to do, try to keep out of the cold, man, you know, you learn certain things as you go on your way.
In addition to it being really cold, it's also very slippery. So a lot of people who have canes have some trouble walking. It can be dangerous for them to walk. We serve breakfast 5 days a week and lunch 7 days a week. We have casework where people can be seen on a drop-in basis Monday through Friday. We also have intensive case management. We have a doctor who comes on site once a week. We have laundry and showers that we offer 5 days a week. We have healthcare for the homeless comes in. Right now we're helping to enroll people for health insurance. A lot of times people's experience is that they're staying in a shelter and then they get kicked out of the shelter. They are asked to leave the shelter about 5 or 6 in the morning and they don't have anywhere to go. And so then they come here to Beans and Bread and they can stay here. They'll get 2 meals a day and they can stay here all day.
I am a part of St. Cecilia's Catholic Church. And as a part of that, we have a ministry called St. Vincent de Paul Parish Conference. St. Vincent said it, try to see the face of Christ in the people that you serve. So it is very different when I sit in my church and say, I'm going to give and people come to me for food. I go out on the street and I look people in their faces and I say, this is what I'd like to do to help you. So in essence, I'm looking at them trying to see the Christ in them, not looking at what I need, not looking at the comforts that I can enjoy, but what is it I can do to help. When these men and women come in here and they're looking for jobs, you do all you can to help them and you say, oh, that was nice, and you go home. But the greatest thrill that I've received is for them to come back and say, I got the job.
I'm passionate about the homeless population, the struggles that they face, the barriers that prevent them from stepping up out of the situation that they're in, whether it's situational or, you know, they may have made choices that brought them to the circumstance that they're in, but they regret them. They want to work to improve their life, and I want to be a part of that.
Beans and Bread started in 1977. Our founder's name is Bennett Hanlon, and he was a Benedictine priest who moved to Baltimore from the Midwest in the early 1970s. And he was really struck by the suffering of homeless individuals living in the Fells Point area. And one time he spoke with an individual and he asked him when the last time he ate was. And Jimmy said, a couple days ago. And Bennett said, well, if you could eat anything you wanted, what would you have? And he said, beans and bread. So Bennett Hanlon took him to a supermarket, bought a can of beans and a loaf of bread, and the two of them shared a meal on the curbside in Fells Point. Then he opened up a soup kitchen and he ran it on his own until 1986, when it became too much for him to handle independently. St. Vincent de Paul took it over.